Holy shimoly, we are back on the Stonevania SMP today. It has been a long while since we've been here, huh? Look at this, my gorgeous little starter house. I really miss this building. I've spent so much time in the shopping district and working on our big forest down below that, I'm missing out on these little, appreciative bits. I completely forgot I had this circle window. It's so gorgeous. And look at this, so gorgeous as well. Hello boys, Philippe and missing horse that someone lost and no one is claiming and is mine. I can't lie, it's been a while since I've been on the server. I think I've been running out of steam. These winter months, they're finally behind us, and I'm outside enjoying the sun in real life and not, not in Minecraft. It's been excellent. It's been lovely to step away. But we have so much work to do here, so much work. And maybe, I shouldn't call it work. Maybe we need to think of it as play, Mr. Mossy. But to get myself back into the swing of things, oh, come on. Come on, someone keeps littering all of these around my base. Yeah, justice is coming. Sure. We ain't touching no dictator work today. Nothing at all. We're working on the base because I love this area and it's so peaceful and quiet here and it's fantastic. Oh my god, get out of my face. Hey. I am not dictator in this land. I am peaceful, loving solar punk kiddo. And look at this, I have been working on stuff away from camera, having my little playtime here and there. Check this, this is our new nether portal, and the idea is that this is like an old machine that is broken down, like one of those big crawlers that you'd see in like Studio Ghibli type films. It's like an old rusted crawler from back in the day before we got spaceships and before, the solar punk kicked off. We had this industrial thing. That's what's happening in my head, in my lore. And there just so happens to be a portal that takes you through to the hell world inside of this machine. Whether that's the core, whether that's what powers it, I don't know. I also done a little bit of work over here. I made a little bridge. Check this out. It took me so long to work out a bridge that is somewhat solar punk, but also bridgey and kind of industrial, and I couldn't work it out. I tried to do a little bit of shading in the corners here, and I think it works well. I was kind of going for like a dam sort of vibe with it all. Did I do the backside? I did. But since day one, I came in here knowing plans. I knew I wanted to build this big windmill and what our starter base up at the top looked like as well. And I knew I wanted a bridge here, but I just could never work it out. And it took me a couple of tries. There was a good few attempts. Big fish. And the idea is eventually we would get a path running over this and up around here to the village and get villager trading and all of this stuff up at the iron farm. And I also had plans for this side of the river here. And this is what we're going to focus on in today's episode. We're stepping away from the dictatorship. It is slowly killing me. I can't lie. I've been putting so much work into it. And when you do something a little too much and it's just no longer fun. I need my break. I need my break from it. And so whilst we do have big plans over the shopping district that we will get into place soon, I really want to focus on this area because this is so neglected. We might have a bridge over here. There's might be little farms down here. And I got a few building ideas that we're going to stick in. So we're focusing on this area today. So when we first joined the server, we had picked out this seed, and I'd found this area where I was like, yes, 100% I want to live and make it all prosper. And very originally, we wanted to have spawned just behind this hill. I think there's a little village right over here, am I correct? Yeah, this is where we were going to have the original spawn on the server. And so my plan was always that I would have a road leading right away from spawn all the way around here up into my base. Oh, look at this. This looks so cool seeing it from this far. Oh, gorgeous. Amazing. But because this road would have come up here, I had plans, I wanted to make like a little sort of farming area. Maybe we have some rice paddies and stuff in here. And also we're right on the river. This is the perfect spot to do some fishing. So I wanted to have like a little fishing hub area here. Maybe a place where you can have a couple of drinks as well. What I'm thinking is we'll come ahead and we'll put I guess we're calling it like a bar, like a fisherman's bar, right in this area here. And we'll have a path joining up. We'll make another bridge right down here. And we're going to slow it right down and have some pretty time. Making this all nice and pretty around here. A little beach like we have on this side. And a lot less trees as well. It's just going to be a nice, slow episode. But I think we need to go ahead and mark out where we want the building. And I think I don't remember how big I had this in my head. I know I want, oh, that's not even. I know I want this reasonably big, and I think we're gonna bring it almost downstairs as well. So there'll be like a little downstairs bar, a little upstairs bit for people living as well. So maybe round about this size, I think I'm liking that. I don't think these lines all match up. Now, something I typically do when I'm working on an area is I'll put the building in, and then I'll come back and I'll do all like the landscaping around it and the terraforming and such. But what I find is that promotes laziness. Look, I never finished the back around here. The house as well. This should all have some nice pods all and lots of trees all around this. But I just never did. Even down here, our last build we did. You know, the back needs a lot more work. But we did focus on the front. Even if we did come in afterwards and work on all of this, it's never truly done when I work on a project. And it hurts. It hurts a lot. So with this area here, we're going to focus on making this scenery first of all, and then we'll think about how this fishing hut or pub or bar or whatever, how this is going to look, right? And where exactly it's going to be. We might change where it's at. And I think first things first, let's get our beach sorted, right? That's going to set our lines here, and I think we will keep this all on the one level. I know here we like built this up with a little bit of a cliff round the back here, but I think on this side we want this to be primarily this level here. Maybe we just have this sand down here on this bit, and then up here grassiness. I'm coming in here just to have a wee chat. It's been quite a while since I've been on the server and I've been playing, and like I touched on earlier, the darker months are through, the sun is starting to come back out, and it's been gorgeous. The last few months have been really busy months for me. I really pushed at this channel, getting about 3 videos a month, and it took its toll. I'm not gonna lie. These last few weeks, I've been pretty tired of it, and I've been taking a little bit of time for myself. And something else that comes with these sunny months returning back to us is a reflection over those darker ones, and a lot of processing as well. And what I've learned is I wasn't prioritizing myself or the people around me. I've been prioritizing my videos and the channel and you folks and your lovely folks to prioritize, right? But I need to put myself first. And I want you guys to do the same too. Really take care of yourself, you know, not just staying hydrated, but really spend some time doing something that you love. Spend some time playing a game, listening to music, reading a book. It doesn't have to be productive. Just spend time lying down, looking at your ceiling, feeling who you are. Don't lose it. Don't put anything else over that at all. Not in the slightest. Love yourself. Truly, truly learn to love yourself. And put yourself first all the time, okay? In the next few months, you'll probably be seeing a lot less of my Stonevania videos. I put a lot of hours into these. Typically, they're 40-50 minutes long, with music and camera angles and editing and building in creative, bringing it into survival, meeting up with people, making plans. And it's a lot of work that goes into them. So I'm going to be cutting it back a little bit, seeing a little less videos. We'll still have it on the go. We'll still have our Terraforma craft on the go as well. It's going to be a bit slower over here. And hopefully, you know, that'll reflect in the videos. Looking at my last Stonevania video, you can see with it being 24 minutes long, I didn't have the energy to do the full thing. So yeah, I come to you, I tell you, love yourself, take care of yourself, and let's get back to the video where Mossy's complaining about the Minecraft rain, okay? I love you lots. Well, the weather is taking a turn for the worse. Not the best beach weather, is it? But we've done lots of work here. Look at this. I'm just putting in my little, like seashells and my little crabs as well, just to add that extraness. But we've done this all the way up. We brought the bridge over on this side, and I even continued on a little bit of the beach around there as well. Now, this path feels a bit, I guess, like stilted would be the word. I think we want to mix in a bit of like coarse dirt into there as well. Is this too many buttons? I feel like this is too many buttons. Especially here, these are like 3 in a row. Okay. I think that's looking pretty good. I'm fairly happy with this. Even from up above, having a little look. Yeah, that's cool. This is a bit square, huh? But let's jump on one of these trees. But yeah, that's really cool. Okay, we still need more leaves in here and a little A little bit of these, what are these called? Lily pads. And maybe down in this section, this is a bit too straight. We'll bring out a little bit of wood on this side maybe. But that's looking fairly good actually. I'm pretty happy with that. So we've got lots of things we can do next. I mean, we can start working on this side here and bringing the path along, which would be nice, and getting some trees up. But I really, really want to focus on this side. And I think maybe we just go ahead and add the building. We've got our beach. We know what it looks like. I think we do need like a fisherman sort of pier. But how do you do a futuristic fish pier? How do you do that? How does that look? I don't know. So whilst my brain ponders over that, we'll go ahead and we'll get this building in. I think this is probably the perfect size for what I had planned. And so it's like a little fisherman's bar over here in the style of like our starter home. Can we spot it up there? Yeah, just sort of peeking through there. And then thinking for what goes around it, we'll have the road running off down here. Behind the building itself, maybe we do trees or like a little farm sort of area. Hey, Floral. And then this path on this side here is going to curl up around into this, up to this bridge, and bang, right up there. So let's get this building in here, and then we can start to think about behind. And I know this completely contradicts everything that I said. We got to build the environment. I'll never do the back of this building or my starter home. So we need to do the environment first. But actually, I don't know what I want to do behind this. I don't know. And I need to see like our viewpoints as well that we often speak about. So I'm thinking this is obviously going to be one. Originally, when I had planned out this base, it was going to be right here. You could see it, but I guess we've got this hill in the way now. I guess as we're coming up these stairs, we get a view right across. So yeah, let's get to work. Let's get to work. Aha, check it out. I love this build. I love it so much. It looks so cute and small and cozy. And it has that sort of spacey vibe to it as well that I really, really love. This took me a while to work out how I wanted it to look, but oh, it's fantastic. And inside, oh, this music's meant to be playing. Here we go. You can hardly hear it. Yeah, we got some music and a little bar here for all the sailors to drink and all those fishers. Here's where the bar is at. Maybe we can get some bottles up on these shelves as well. And then we've got a little exit out of this side. And you can see all the fisherman nets. This is where they gut the fish, and this is all the bones and the guts in here. And then up in here is a little room where you can hang your fish. You can maybe smoke it and dry it all out. This room obviously doesn't look very complete. It's just kind of empty, but that's cool. I don't think we'll be looking up here very much. I'm really fond of this. The backside, well, the backside's always a backside, right? No color, no texture, gorgeous. Now, obviously, we were wanting to come in and really set up the environment with this beach here. I think we're going to bring up a bit more sand. We obviously need to bring up the paths as well, right up to the door. This one works out pretty well. I planned that pretty well there, but we'll bring this off to the side. But whilst building, I was questioning, what will be around this? What would be behind this? What would we like to see? And I think it's best seen from over here. Yeah, what would we like? I think we should bring this cliff along and make it look a bit more cliffy right the way along. Maybe stick a big old tree behind us, maybe on this side, just to weigh it out a little bit. So I think that's the plan. I had a lot of fun when I was working on this tiny little hill here. and doing all the sort of terraforming and landscaping, and I had fun doing this. It needs to be finished off. So yes, I think bringing this right the way along, making it look a lot more like a cliff rather than whatever this is, this Minecraft terrain, and then that also helps us like visualize how it's then, our path is then going to follow all the way up this hill over here. I think I'd like this to come really close to the back of this building. Maybe not as close as it is just now. I sort of just cleared out the space I had to clear. Oops, I need to go fix that. I've had to turn this alert thing on because I keep breaking all my tools. So I'm thinking we maybe bring it this close here, right? And then we'll have it coming out a little farther to around about, let's just say here. Yes? What do we think? Let's have a look from a distance. Actually, it's very hard to tell from a distance. Where did I build that out? I think that's it there. Yes. Oh no, I built it right the way out to here. Okay. Yeah, I like that. And we'll have it sort of slope down to this side. Big tree over here. Big tree, big tree. And I think that's going to look really gorgeous. I'm imagining a big oak tree, like the one that we built at Pixels Base. I think that'll look really cool. Let's bring this back a little more. I really need to go fix this before I go working away. But let's work out this shape here first of all. So I think we want to keep it at least 3 high all the way along. Maybe we'll start to bring it down off over this way. We'll do a little 1, 1, 1, and then we'll bring the ground up on this side as well, just so it looks a bit more natural, because this area is very, very flat. We'll take out this big hunk here, so we got a nice big cliff, and I think, do we want it almost as tall as the building? I say so, maybe this tall. Yes, okay, that looks good. It might be too small on your screen there. There's a little zoomed in version. We might actually bring this a bit taller on this side, because I would like to see a bit of cliff face poking through this little gap in here. That would look cool. And we'll maybe make that a bit more of a gradual decrease. About to, yeah, about out there. What do we think? I think so. But let me go fix my shovel before I forget. And actually, whilst we're going through the nether, check this out. Pixels has been very busy. We got a platform up here. Everyone's portals are all linked up. This was a job I was hating thinking about. I'd worked on all of this and the main bridges. And Pixels came along and was like, no, come on, we're doing it right now. We're saving Mossy from the pain. So check it, everyone is linked up. The portal or the nether hub even goes all the way down to Floral's base over here, which is excellent. It's grand. I mean, I'm still flying about in the nether, but look at this as well. They've been busy here, so we've got all the names for whichever side they live on. So here we got Will and Macy, Cocoly over there. Then we got Markimus, Grim, Red, Haunted, Dadman, Bean, James, Pixels. Excellent. And then you take the boat, and depending on what side of person you want to meet up with, you come here, and it's like, oh, I'm stopped. Perfect. I'm at Red's. Okay, cool. Well, actually, I'm wanting to go to the end. There we go. How cool is that? And then I think eventually people are going to be changing their portal designs here as well. So maybe we should have a little look at that today, get that done. I think it'll be a quick job, a nice mossy job. Oh, hello. McSpeednugget's following me. He was here in the last episode, okay. I've not even shown this off in a video yet, but I believe this is Coco. He was busy doing this. Check this out. This is our new sort of end hub, I guess. Pretty cool portal room. And, oh, yeah. Spoilers, go check out what Coco's up to. He's up to something. Oh my gosh, he's even breaking bedrock? Huh? Right, with that little detour done, let's get to work on this tiny little cliff here. I mean, I did a little more work just working out the shape, and I always forget when it comes to things like this, like it's 3D, right? This wall doesn't need to be, like this front block here doesn't need to be the top layer. We can bring it up a little further back as well. Saying that, and I'm thinking out loud here, that means I need to bring it all the way back to this cliff. This might be a bigger project than I thought, but that's okay, we're gonna work hard, play hard, First of all then, I'm gonna come away, take this chunk out here, because I'd like to just get this gone, then we'll gather up a bunch of dirt, we'll bring this all the way back, get a couple of hills in there as well, and then we can start to think about the cliff face, because that's the part I'm most excited about. Let's save the best for last. Right, the front of this is gone here. Perfect. It's looking a little flat though, but that's okay. We'll come back to that later because like I say, that's what I'm most excited for. What I've got the most inspiration for as well. Let's see. We just need to bring all of this back. I'm thinking maybe we go flat first of all and then we add in the hills. But I also feel like it's going to waste a lot of dirt. I got a lot on me. I'm prepared. Let's just go for it. Let's just go flat all the way back and take our time with it. Would you look at that? It's all done there. And it goes right the way back. Look at this. Yeah. It took me a lot quicker than I expected it to go. We still need to do the front here. I've left this bare just so I can work out the design a little bit. I think we'll mix in some tough and some nice dark colors that make it look real good. But I want to get this tree in right now. This is where I want the tree to go. Bang, here. So it looks nice and balanced. And we'll have this like hanging over this side here. Yep. Tree time. Go. Cha-ching! Tree. We've got a tree. It looks good. Maybe too much light stuff now that I build it and I see it far away. And I was hoping for a little more shadow underneath with all these sort of darker colors. But that's okay. It's okay. It's all good. I quite like it. And I think it should look good from a distance, like if we're flying and we're walking through the forest. And we're seeing that in the distance. We know there's something over there, right? And then bang. Yeah, cool. Also, spot this. Zombie horse. I found it. Zombie horse. I also, whilst I was busy building this tree, I went ahead and moved some of the sand back here as well. Oh my shulkers, messiness everywhere. I got shulkers here. I think there's maybe more inside as well. No, there's not. That's all good. But yeah, I moved some of this back here. Not sure about the grass, but I think it makes sense. And we should get more of this. I wonder, I don't have bone meal on me. I wonder if you can just bone meal sand and get that. That would be quite nice. I don't think it works like that though. But yes, tree and now cliff time. I don't think we're going to go too fancy with the cliff. I think we're just going to mix in some nice little grey colours all together. Have it hanging down over this. We'll maybe bring this sand all the way back here as well. And this bit here, we did say we wanted more sort of shape too, right? So maybe we add like a little bit where the cliff comes out. Kind of like how it originally was. But that's okay. Right. Does that look fine? Yeah. Let's cliff it up. And let's clear out this inventory. Right. Here's the blocks we are going to use. Cool. Some of the tree stuff is in there. We got stone. We got tough. We're going to use a bit of this pale oak as well. And obviously some mossy cobblestone, little bits of walls too. Whilst I look at this, I don't know really a technique. I should clear the rest of this stuff. Get gone. She's gone. As I was saying, I don't really have a technique when it comes to cliffs. I guess we can grab some of these type of things, some of this. And the cliffs always sort of, they always confuse me, right? Because you want a little bit of shadow right underneath the dirt where it's overhanging. And then you want a little shadow at the bottom as well, I suppose. And I think that always sort of confuses my brain. This also is not lined up very well, but that's okay. We can maybe make it like go zoop like this. That would be cool. Let's see if I just bring a little bit of tuff down in here. These are going to be our shadowy blocks, right? I'm not too fussed about wasting them either. And then did I pick up any cobble? We'll come in with a little bit of this just to mix it up. Get those green colors in. Cobble, does that fit? Sometimes cobble's a little bit brighter than stone, I always feel. But actually, no, that looks okay. I quite like that. Okay, right. So we're going to follow underneath this with all our tuff, get in those main shadows. We'll come in, we'll add in our little bits of greenery. Maybe we'll mix in some moss blocks as well in general. And then we'll work out like the actual shape, because I don't want this to just be flat like this bit's about to be here. Don't want it like that. I want to like really push it back in. So maybe what we do is a little bit of this here. Going on the fly. Oops. And then let's make this corner real dark in here. Yep. A little bit of cobble. Yep. There we go. And then we get that nice shape. We'll add in little bits like this as well. Sticking up, sticking out, so it's all feeling 3D. And that's pretty cool. Okay, but I guess we would also then want shading in here. A little bit like that. Yes, sir. I can boogie. Look at that. Okay, not too sure about the cobble, but that's okay. Let's do what I was saying. We'll grab our tuff right the way across. Add in those shadows. And then we'll bring these big sort of drippy bits down. Yup. Clear out some of this dirt. My mouse is back to being broken again, by the way, so scrolling on the wheel is awful. That's all the way across there. Still need to do this side. Actually, I think this is going to go really, really quick here. I think if we're using this technique, we don't want these drips to always be so big either. But certainly in these sort of corners, we want them a lot bigger. Really show off that shadow. And then we should bring out the tuff a little bit like this. Like so. And that's then going to make us force ourselves into getting that cool shape with it all. Yeah. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Certainly, too bit of dirt, too much there. We can shape that out later on. But this is okay, right? I don't have any issues with this. Maybe we just need like a little bit more texturing in here and there just to really show it off. A little bit like this, a little bit like that. We'll stick in a couple of the cobblestone as well, because I'm fine with that actually. And yeah, I'm fairly okay with that. To be honest with you, that's all good because a lot of this is behind the building. We're not really going to see it, right? The main bit is going to be this bit over here, and then on that other side where it really like slows down. Here, a little bit stuck on what exactly to do. So maybe, yeah, maybe we bring it up like that. Have this like a little cliff of its own. Like its own little layer here. And then we bring this down. And we'll just come ahead, we'll add this in. This is going to be a lot harder to sort of make detailed. Get out of here. Because we can't do the dark on the top and on the bottom. A little bit of that, a little bit of this. Yeah. I'm moving too fast for my own good, but look at us go. Cool. Happy. This looks weird. Let's ding. Bam. Cool. And then to make that look a little less weird, let's grab some tough stairs. Just to mix this in places. There we go. Maybe here we do regular stairs. Right on this bit. Like so. And that looks fine. Maybe a bit too straight there. That's all good. We can maybe come in with some moss carpet just so this doesn't feel so like flat. Bam. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I'm going to tear this down a little here. So you're a little shorter. And then in here we'll get the rest of this cliff. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here. Tough. Right. I'm just saying words now and saying blocks. let me decorate this a little and I'll come back to you. Okay, here we go. Cliff reveal. I think it's looking okay. It looks good up close, like it looks fine up close, like it's never going to look bad. From a distance, it looks good. Bear with me, I ran out of rockets. Yep, we made it. Yeah, I think that looks fine. This bit's a little bit weird here, and I had to play with this a lot to get it to work out fine. I think maybe the fact that it's like a straight line across doesn't help necessarily, but criticisms aside, I think that's a really pretty picture that we're painting. Oh my gosh. There we go. A really pretty picture that we're painting. That looks fantastic. Yeah, do you know what? I'm happy with that. And this is where we're going to be leaving it. Today, we have this path that can go off down here. In the future, we can focus on that path up. We also need to sort of decorate this little area here. I think we've done some great work. We got the bridges in, we've worked out this whole pretty picture of a building, we even got our portal in as well. But I now have a date with Destiny. I have got to go do some dictator stuff for next episode. Yup, busy guy, busy guy. But I shall see you in that next episode. Thank you very much for joining today. I love you all very, very much. And you know what? I would really like to get this whole bottom covered in sand. It would look much prettier. But yes, I will see you all in the next one. Take care of yourself. I love you all very lots. I love you all very lots. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.